Well, good evening, everybody. We'll call our meeting to order. We're going to try to be, everybody can get home before things start to refreeze. So let's take a moment of silence. Let's stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the agenda matters, item number 9, Social Service Department matters, and a correction for the Board of Commissioners meeting minutes. It should be February 2025 through December 2025.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Okay, conflict of interest statement.
Conflict of interest. In accordance with the rules and procedures adopted by this board in section 153A44 of the North Carolina General Statutes, it is the duty of every member present to vote on all matters coming before the board, unless there is conflict of interest as determined by the board or by law. Does any board member have a conflict of interest with respect to any agenda item coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and the board will consider the matter. No conflict, Mr. Chairman.
No conflict.
No conflict. Okay, we have the consent agenda, which is the minutes from February 2025 through December 2025. Could I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I move for approval of the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Citizens' comments. Do we have any tonight?
Not to my knowledge, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Next item is Phase 6 Water System Improvements. Action item.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening.
You have before you the amendment to the owner-engineer agreement. This is for they call it BABA. It's Build America, Buy America is the requirements that's mandated by Title IX of the Infrastructure Investments and Jobs Act. And it basically mandates, excuse me, it mandates that domestic preference that all iron and steel manufactured products and construction materials are produced in the United States in accordance with 2 CFR Part 184. And again, this is just a requirement that is for the contractor and the engineer. If the contractor is going to use any of these materials, they need to make sure that they abide by this agreement, and it's the responsibility of our engineer, excuse me, to ensure that they use the proper materials according to BABA requirements. So this document just needs to be added or amended and put with the other documents as set forth for Phase 6 water improvements.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions of the county manager concerning that? I'm very familiar with that ourselves from projects we've done.
And just for clarification, Mr. Chairman, so there is no adjusted agreement amount, right? It stays the same, the 585,000?
That's correct. No financial
Oh, okay.
change.
I just double checking. Thank you.
Just including this language that they have to
That's
comply
right.
with.
Thank you, sir.
Can I get a motion to approve this amendment?
I move we approve.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Okay. Next item is the new high school project tax credit allocation agreement.
Yes, sir. Commissioners, in your board book is a decision paper and a proposed reservation agreement with Blue Hub Capital. Again, this is regarding the construction of the new high school. As a reminder, in January of last year, the Board of Commissioners approved to vote the funding request, to approve the funding request of Northampton County Schools toward that construction project. Specifically, the committee committed to funding toward the construction project, one, a waiver of the county's right to receive state sales tax reimbursements on the project of up to $1.2 million, and two, additional funding of approximately $4.2 million from the county's unrestricted fund balance, with the county's total commitment reduced by any corresponding amount of outside funding the schools may receive, principally through this new market tax credit. Last month, I reported to the board of an initial allocation from Self-Help Ventures Fund in the amount of $13 million, which with an expected net benefit to the county of over $2 million on that project. Tonight, I am pleased to report that the project has received a second new markets tax credit allocation from Blue Hub Capital Incorporated in the amount of $20 million, with an expected net benefit to the county of approximately $4 million, and thus further reducing the county's obligation to contribute funds toward the project. So with these two allocations, we are hopeful that any additional funding contribution from the county will be extinguished. So this is very good news. Along with this $20 million allocation, it requires a $50,000 upfront deposit from the county. That deposit will be refunded to the county at the time of closing, which again is anticipated to happen this spring. So my recommendation, this agreement has been vetted by council, is to approve this agreement, to let the matter proceed toward closing, and to approve the appropriation and payment of the $50,000 upfront deposit, which again will be refunded to the county. This is a complex financing structure. I am not the expert on this, however, I am learning, but I am happy to answer any questions that the board may have at this point.
I agree, it's very complex. I sat in on some of those meetings, and
Same here.
it's very complex, but at the end of the day, we're getting enough money.
I think the goal, let's focus on the end result,
Right.
which is approximately $6 million of free money to the county.
Which would kill any obligation we had to make up the difference. Although we have to put up some upfront money to get all the paperwork done, which will be returned upon closing of the deal, like we did with the other smaller amount
Right.
previously.
And Mr. Chairman, the $50K, that goes to Blue Hub, if I'm not mistaken?
It does go to Blue Hub for initial costs, CPA costs, I believe, to help
I was gonna say.
to help shepherd this
Clear.
financing deal to closing. Again, those funds will be reimbursed to the county when it closes. It's not for certain, but we're hopeful in the spring. I forget what, May, that's the last date I've heard.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? If not, could I get a motion to approve this agreement?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the new high school project, second new markets tax credit allocation,
I'll second.
All right.
and the deposit for approval.
Yes, and the deposit.
Yes.
All right, any discussion? Not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion is carried. It's approved. Okay, next is planning and zoning.
Good evening, Board. How are you?
Good evening.
So I'm here today because we are in the need of a new Board of Adjustments. We have not 100% sure when this last board was appointed, but we have some members that are no longer with us, some that have health issues where they can't participate, and some just aren't interested anymore. So that is something that is supposed to be appointed by the Board of Commissioners. It is 5 total members with 2 alternates. So this is something I'm asking for a little assistance in.
Okay. So do you have any active members now?
Not that, we have not been able to get any response from any of the active members that we have on the list. We've called, we've emailed, and this has been going on for about 2 months because I didn't want to get too overzealous and knock somebody out, but no response from anyone.
Okay. And you need 5 plus 2 alternates? So
That is
you-
correct.
So you really need 7.
Yes, sir. And it's not something that we have very often, but it is something we need in place when we do need it.
Okay, do you know what the normal, or they're like, sometimes there's been like some appointed by the board, some are apply, whatever, is there any,
This one, according to the bylaws, they are all appointed by the board.
all appointed by the board, okay? All right. Can we post on our page that we're seeking applicants for board members? On our county webpage. And also any commissioners that may have some recommendations, if you know of anybody you think might be interested, to talk to them, because that it's important that we have people on this board because it affects a lot of,
And just letting them know that this is a during the day meeting. It's not like our planning board that's after hours. These are normally 10 or 11 o'clock
okay.
morning
So it
hearings.
isn't, you would have to be able to, how often?
I've been here 10 months and haven't had shown any interest in a appeal yet. So,
Okay. So you don't meet regularly
no,
unless
sir.
somebody
It's
has an
only when
appeal?
somebody requests
Yeah.
an appeal.
Okay.
Historically, it's been, it
Not many.
it can vary, but, once every couple of months in my experience, but it's an important board.
Right.
That's
Years
needed.
ago, I made an appeal before you on behalf of the company I work for. So I am familiar with going before the board. All right. Okay. Well, we will advertise that we're seeking applicants, and also I will encourage all the commissioners to beat the bushes if they know anyone that might be a good candidate, encourage them to apply, and we'll see if we can't get a board put back together.
And if we can get something printed, I can put it at my office because we get a lot of traffic in and out, either for farm services or whatever. It's still a
Okay.
good
All right.
option there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
While I'm here, I would like to see if I can borrow another minute of your time and talk about the high school, just to kind of
Okay.
give you guys an update on that.
All right.
That is going really, really smooth. The drywall was going up in parts of the building. Most of it's insulated, almost through with all the roughing inspections. So it's coming along very nicely and actually a little bit ahead of schedule. So
Good.
this weather obviously slowed them down a little bit, but
Yeah.
they were able to get a lot of it dried in where they could still continue to work. But it's been going really well.
That's good. Yeah.
Good news. All right.
Well, thank y'all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Public Works.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
Good evening.
If you see in your packet there that I just wanted to make you aware of a notice to the public for one of our water systems. Notice to the public is because of a violation that occurred January of last year. And we're required to sample for disinfection byproducts, and they are trihalomethanes and haloacetic acids, and we take 2 samples every quarter. And in the first quarter of '25, we did not take a sample. So we only took a series of 6 samples last year instead of 8. And so we are back in compliance, but we have to post this notice to the public. It is, thanks to IT, it is on our website. And you can go, it's an address, you can go directly to the public notice and make you aware. The public notice itself states the pertinent information. And normally we rely on a lab, the lab that we were using to send us samples. Well, they were bought out, and as things go when you change over, it got overlooked. And I did not think to ask about it. It didn't come in, so we didn't take the samples. And so ultimately it does fall on me as we're using my license. But we are back in compliance, and there was never an issue with the quality of the water. It was a monitoring sampling violation.
Okay, yeah, that was my big question. So as far as we know, there was nothing wrong with the water, it just
Correct.
didn't take the samples as required.
Correct. And the samples that we have taken, that we took normally, of course, there were no detects. So it's just that we did not sample the correct number of samples. We took 6 instead of 8 last year.
Okay. All right. Have you got anything set up to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have it, we've fixed a calendar for ourselves
Okay.
instead of relying solely on someone else. And so hopefully this won't happen again. We have, of course, the county has 6 water systems, each with different sample dates for everything. But routinely, we sample for over 250 contaminants. So, in that consumer confidence reports that are due every year, we'll have those ready in probably in May. As I have to wait, as a purchase system, we have to wait for our purchasees to do theirs, and that's due by April, I think April, the last of April. So they get it to me, and then I can take that information and complete ours. And so we should have ours in May
Okay,
for the consumer confidence report.
all right. Anyone got any questions for Ms. Turner?
Thank you for your time.
All right. It's unfortunate it happened, but I know sometimes when you wait for somebody to send you something to trigger your action, and then if they don't do it, I've had
Out of sight, out of mind is what it
Well-
was, but ultimately it is my fault.
I had a contractor's license expire one time that I'm supposed to be responsible for renewing because they normally send out a reminder, and they didn't send out a reminder, and I didn't realize it expired, so I understand how things can happen. All right. Tax Department.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Bringing you greetings from the Northampton County Tax Department. Have several items to bring before you this evening. One of which I have 3 on resolutions authorizing upset bid procedure sales of property owned by Northampton County. One in the amount of $500 for Darius Ransom. Another in the amount of $500 for Darius Ransom. And a third in the amount of $500 for Darius Ransom. I'm not asking that those be action items tonight.
Okay. All right.
The other items that I have to bring before you this evening is to obtain the board's approval for motor vehicle refunds in the amount of $712.45. Also, 23 ad valorem appeals in the amount of $11,189.32. Those are my items.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for the 2 action items, the motor vehicle refunds and ad valorem tax refunds? for appeals.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the motor vehicle refund in the amount of $712.45 and the ad valorem tax appeal of $11,189.32.
Do you have a second? No, second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Those are approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, world record speed tonight. Okay, we're down to county manager and board comments.
Good evening again. I don't have anything additional to add for tonight. And also the finance officer will be here on the next go around to give her report.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for coming out, and please be careful going home. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Edwards.
Okay, thank you for coming out. We always appreciate what you do and what you have to bring to the county, and be safe and be careful.
All right. Vice Chairman.
All right, thank you. I just want everyone be safe, and thank you for coming out. And just a special shout out and a special thank you to all first responders during this ice storm. My gosh, I see and saw those vehicles on the highway, the sheriff's office, and any police officer, anyone that helped citizens in this weather that we've been experiencing. Just thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And I was going to say the same thing. I thought they did an excellent job. Chris Collier was updating me constantly. I don't think he went home during that ice storm till it was over. But I thought they did an excellent job and did about as well as you possibly could have expected to be done. And I commend all of them involved in that effort. And everyone tonight, it should not be frozen yet, so, but still drive cautiously and keep an eye out for spots of ice and be safe on the way home. And thank you for coming tonight. Could I get a motion to adjourn? Yeah.
Move adjourned.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Be safe.
That is a